Hello and welcome to the series finale of the BRITs Top Table podcast with Mastercard, the podcast where Sideman and I take a temporary break from tanning our cheeks to sit down with some of the biggest names in music and showbiz.
Munya, I don't know about you, but my tan has been complete from the day I was born. So that's not one of my pastimes. But yes, that's right. It's just two guys chatting to your favorite celebs as we round up the first ever series of the BRITs Top Table podcast. And boy, do we have some exciting guests joining us today.
Oh, gee willikers, you can say that again, Sideman. But do you know what? I'll tell you this. This is the first episode of the podcast we have recorded where Britain has been baking. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say this right now. We're going to have to start thinking about swimming soon. You know, pools are going to be opening. Sideman, it's a big question. I've never asked you this, but I feel like our friendship has developed enough now. Are you a shorts or Speedos man?
Definitely shorts. Definitely not speed. I don't have the longevity for Speedos. I don't have the equipment necessary to you know what I mean? Like, I don't have Speedos confidence. Definitely a shorts, brother.
Don't worry. I'll take one for the team.
Definitely the type of guy that needs like arm pads and a vest, a life vest and a snorkel and everything that would keep one safe in water.
Well, don't worry, man. I've just had a pool installed in the mansion, so I'll make sure that there is a flamingo lilo waiting for you when you come round. Anyway, talking about shorts and Speedos, we're guaranteed to have a ball with today's guests. I mean, that is potentially the worst segue I've done this podcast, but we're going to go with it. All right, we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
So, first up, she's the England football phenomenon who's repped the England squad, Arsenal, and has recently been named the first permanent female host of Football Focus in 47 years. When she was asked, where would you like this crown? She simply replied, on me head, son. It's Alex Scott!
Hey. I'll have it there.
And Munya, have you got the right temperature? Because our other guest is joining us from the sunny Isles of Jamaica, my birthplace, and they are one of the best reggae artists of all time. Facts! The longevity of this individual alone should be respected and regarded. And no lie, it's time to get busy because Sean Paul is in the house!
Let's go.
Respect.
Sean, is it true that you actually sung Happy Birthday on Sideman's first birthday? Because he was born in Jamaica. I remember you being at the party.
No.
I recall doing something like that for a bunch of people, but I don't know if Sideman was involved. But big up Sideman. It's his birthday today.
No, it's not.
No.
He's just chatting rubbish.
Happy birthday anyway, Sideman.
Thank you. 23rd of August. So it's a bit early, but thank you. I was gonna say though, I mean so much of what I say in that intro because I have this argument with my friends all the time. I'm like, listen, Sean Paul has to be respected. He always keeps one in the tuck when it comes to bangers. He constantly collaborating with new, younger artists. And then the verse, I can't remember all of the words, but the flow when you did every day we be yearning and concerning. The verse on that flow is phenomenal. The respect needs to be put on the man's bottom lip. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Appreciate
that.
That's
all I'm saying.
Respect, brother. Respect.
So, Sean and Alex, I thought you were strangers before today, but actually it turns out that Alex has been playing water polo with one of your ex-teammates. What's going on?
Wait, no, I was not playing water polo with him. I've just got
that's what the papers are saying. That's what the gossip bags are saying.
I've already got enough rumours to my name. Don't add that one in there. I was over in Jamaica doing some filming and my guy Marlon, who was like driving me around, looking after me, making sure everything was cool, told me he used to play water polo back in the day and we had the tunes playing every single day and he was playing your music in the car and he was like, oh no, he's my mate. I used to play water polo with him and he was saying that sometimes he couldn't get home, that you used to be like, come on Marlon, get in the car. You used to drive him home.
Yeah,
and he was saying you're a good guy.
Respect, man. Big up Marlon, big up.
Alex, I've got to warn you, it is a trope of a Jamaican to tell you the famous Jamaican that they know and how they know them. Even if it was 100 years ago, like I'm telling you now, like Marlon and Sean probably haven't spoken in over 2 decades, but he's still living on that water polo story, and he'll live on it till he dies.
Everyone knew Marlon. Marlon was a good guy, you know. No, and Everyone's my cousin.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Everyone's
the
my
one that you get a lot. As you turn a little famous, everybody's like, yo, you know me and you is related? It's like, really?
I got a question for you, Sean, because I've heard about water polo. So there was one time I went to watch a water polo match and they said to me, when you get to the top level, these guys, they don't cut their toenails so they can scratch you underwater, they'll pinch you. were you a clean or dirty player when it came to water polo?
I think when you play water polo, you have to get rough. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I didn't grow my toenails, but I probably kicked a few people in the face a little bit.
I mean, that's a great quote. Put that in the papers.
Yeah.
Sean Paul kicks people in the face. That'll get your headlines right there, bro. Yeah, but it's a rough sport. You know what I mean? A lot goes on under the water. If the ref can't see it, he doesn't call a foul. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're being thumped and kicked and pulled all while trying to stay afloat and stay alive and shoot a ball into the goal.
I mean, that's a great metaphor for life if I ever heard one.
Now, Sean, you've just released your latest album, Live and Living, right? Which was released in March. But I'm hearing that there's a second album that might be coming this year as well.
Yeah, second album is on the way. I've released the first single called Scorcher, which is the title name of the album as well. And that's coming out later this summer. I was telling people May, but what I meant was rolling out the songs from May. So that first tune that come out, I have another one with Ty Dolla $ign about to drop, and we're going to shoot the video soon.
I've got to ask, what is the motivation for that level of output of music even this far into your career? And you know, you have to give me the passionate answer, not the real truth, which is like money. I know that's what was...
Yeah, money is involved, but also I love the music, bro. I mean, honestly, right now, we don't make as much money, especially because of this pandemic, but also just because of, you know, music is kind of so split up right now, and there's so much different ways to kind of get people's attention. So there's less and less people investing in music or buying music and the streaming thing. So it really ain't about the money. I've made some in the biz, but I love it, man. And the reason why I did this project was to kind of, you know, show the unity in dancehall community. A lot of people probably wouldn't know that me and Busy Signal are friends. So he's one of the artists I collab with on this album. You know, Buju Banton's a hero to me. He's on the album, and things like that kind of just show the unity. And what we're known for is clashing, and what we're known for is violent lyrics. And we are competing on this album, all of us, but we ain't clashing. So I'm trying to do that and show the versatility in that way. You know what I mean? Big up to all the artists and producers on the album. People like Left Side is an artist and producer, Squash artist and producer, Junior Gang artist and producer. DeMarco produces on the album, he's also an artist. You know, I produce and I'm an artist. You know, so Suku from Wild 21, artist and producer as well. So the point I'm trying to make is that this album kind of shines a lot of light on the talented people who I just respect and revere their work, you know what I mean?
I mean, Marlon's going to be fuming. He hasn't got a shout out, but, you know.
I just wanted to say, Munya and Alex, you have no idea how this warms my Jamaican soul.
What makes you think I haven't got a Jamaican soul?
Sideman, did I not just tell you I've literally just come back from the island 2 days
Yeah, did
ago?
I not just tell you? I had a patty for lunch.
Let me just tell you.
A patty.
I want to tell you a bit more about why I was over there. I was over there because we were filming a documentary about my history and my family that have come from Jamaica that I didn't know about. So, Sean, I went to, my family were born in Port Antonio, Portland.
Oh, wicked.
So
Love
I went to
Portland.
those two sides. I went over to Kingston and I got in touch with family that live over there that I've never met. So, Sideman, don't be coming at me like that. I'm going to tell you about Jamaica right now.
Come on.
Tell you, we went deeper than a patty. You went curry goat.
Curry goat.
That's what I was saying. When you're over there in your swim shorts in the tourist part, I'm keeping it real.
In the streets.
I have to ask you, Alex, did they let you bring your shoes back?
Yes, they did.
Okay, cool. Because when my dad goes over there, literally the very shoes that he goes there with, he don't get to take back.
He gotta leave it. Yeah,
Gotta leave the shoes.
It's a thing, bro. It's a thing. What you bring for me? Yo, what you bring?
You know what? I have to say the only tourist thing that I did do whilst I was over there filming, I went to the Bob Marley Museum. And you talking about music, Sean, and everything about it, it's not just about making the money side of it. The Bob Marley quote at the museum, you know, when music hits you, it takes away that pain. You know, that's special, Yeah,
and I'm glad you went there. You know, I mean, I think a lot more people should be frequenting in that spot because it's an iconic brother, and what he's done has been so prolific and lasted for so long that you know, he needs the accolades, he needs the flowers. Still, we need to give him that. So
I mean, Alex, the real question is, did you go to the Museum of Sideman's dad's shoes? Because that's popping from what I've heard. But anyway, Alex, sorry, I get distracted. So you are going to have an extremely busy summer as well. I mean, like I mentioned, just named the permanent host of Football Focus, which is huge. I think Dan Walker's doing it for 12 years. Also noticed the RTS award, which is massive as well. One thing I was disappointed with is that you decided to celebrate this enormous award, according to you, by eating soup. What was the flavour of soup that you'd reserved for this momentous occasion?
Oh, this is going to make me sound like a bore. Butternut squash soup.
Wow. So wait. So hold on, you celebrated by eating soup. I'm not understanding.
We were in lockdown. I found out I won this award a week after we went into lockdown. Normally there's like a glitzy event, you know, and I was like, yes, I'm going to practice my first ever acceptance speech, going up on the stage in front of everyone looking at me. And then literally we went into lockdown. So what is a girl to do? I didn't want to be that person that was just drinking every day in lockdown and everything. So I was like, at the start, I was just trying to be healthy and have some soup.
Butternut squash soup.
Okay, Sean, what does Sean Paul cook as a 3-course meal to impress dinner guests? What would you have done as opposed to soup?
Well, I went to hotel management and school, and they taught me to cook all kind of things. There's a school out here called UTEC. It used to be called CAST. And, you know, cordon bleu and all of that. But honestly, I can only cook curry chicken now. Like, that's the only thing I like to cook. So I cook curry chicken on a small plate, and then I'd give her on a medium plate, and then I'd give her on a bigger plate.
That's brilliant.
I can't cook nothing much more than that anymore. Do you like curry chicken though, Alex?
I do. I love it. And do you know what I kept saying? Because staying in the hotel, they were still catering for, like, we had a lot of Americans in the hotel. And I was like, man, I just want some real food. Don't cater for them. Cater for me right now. Yeah. So, yeah, next time I'm back on the island, I'll come round. You can cook that for me.
I got you.
Yeah, we'll be there as well if that's fine.
Oh, sorry, I didn't invite you to. I just invited myself.
Go on, I don't like this little Jamaican bubble you've got going on. Come on, guys.
We're leaving him out.
We're sorry about Brexit, all right?
Now, Alex, you're accomplishing so many different things, and I see you in so many different spaces, whether it was like I'm seeing you now being, you know, this first presenter after 47 years on that show, and then I just saw you on what's it called again, the dancing one.
Yeah, Strictly
Come Dancing.
Strictly Come Dancing. I was seeing you there. I see you all over the place, and it's just like you're doing so many of these different presenter roles and everything like that are so, you know, very important, very auspicious. But I know Alex. Alex is like a fun-loving person. You know what I'm saying? How do you balance crazy Alex and then, you know, presenter Alex?
Do you know what? Sometimes it is hard when I'm up on the TV because I already get people from like saying you don't pronounce your T's properly or your G's properly. And I'm like, do you know what? This is me. This is the area I've grown up in, and it's a representation of the UK and society. So I'm staying true to who I am. If something's funny, Sideman, you know how you're just saying, I'm going to laugh at it because that's what I'll be doing at home. So for me, I just want to keep the realness always.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. And I love that the space is being created for you to be able to do that. And I think it's amazing. I think you've broken down so many barriers for people. There must be just so many young women that actually look up to you for all that you've done from football to now, you know, transitioning with your career. I think it's amazing.
I think, do you know what? That's what I love as well, because all of us right on here, it's like, yeah, we have a passion for one thing, but there's other things in life that we're passionate about. So why should people just try and box you in and say you should only do that? And so like, I feel lucky that my TV career hasn't just boxed me into sport. Like, I love music. So when I'm turning up here talking to you guys, when I go to the Brit Awards, like, that's a passion of my music. So why can't I talk about it and have conversations, you know?
100%,
big,
absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. And I think, you know, in similar vein, in terms of breaking barriers. Sean, something that impresses me most about your career is just, the sheer vastness of who you have been able to successfully collaborate with. Because, working with all different personalities and chemistries in the studio, I think it is a real skill. And something I was quite interested in is there's always a debate about kind of UK versus US, but I was very interested from your perspective as like a middle party. When you work with people like Anne-Marie, Stefflon Don, Dua Lipa versus, Beyonce, Rihanna, Busta Rhymes, do you see any huge differences in the studio habits of US versus UK artists? Like, how do we think about music differently from each other, if anything?
Yeah, there's slight differences, but I guess I do have my preference. Jamaica's grown up English, so to speak. So we have that little vibes. I kind of more connect. As you see, I've been doing a lot of work with English artists and things, you know what I mean? So for me, I would probably say, I'm more comfortable on that side. On your guys' side.
Until he does an American podcast and then the answer.
You caught me. I'll be like, those Londoners.
Sure, can I ask one question on that?
Yeah.
Because that is, you've like collaborated with so many different people from different, like you say, like pop to reggae to dancehall to it all. Have you ever had that where people are like, oh, you're selling out, like why are you doing this? But actually it's about what you said.
Yeah, and people say, oh, he's secular now. He's like, he's just like...
mainstream.
Yeah, mainstream stuff. And I think that's the point. You're supposed to kind of take your culture and present it to the world. That's all I was trying to do. First of all, I was trying to make a fun song or good songs for here, for people to enjoy here. And then when I accomplished that, I was like, I want other people to hear it. And, I still never even been to China. So... I'm still doing it, what I mean? Still trying to get it going over there. One barrier that we do have is our patois, I never said it was a bad thing, but I always said, our patois is hard to understand for people. That's the way we speak. So there is a barrier there. And then when people ask me, how come reggaeton came and took over and I know Afrobeat's doing well now and dancehall music kind of weird, it's because of how we speak. The rhythm speaks to people and people get one or two big songs. But when it comes to how we speak, we chop it up a little and you have to be able to understand it or else you're kind of going to feel left out. You know what I mean? So, is that thing.
I love what you said there about, taking it to the world. Because when I think about reggae artists that have taken it to the world, you definitely, for me, would be at in the top 5 of people that really took it internationally, and where I've seen you like collaborate with artists all over the world. But I've never thought about the aspect of what you just said there, because patois is essentially what people would call quote unquote broken English. It's so near to English, we don't ever feel like we need to change it.
Yeah, and it's got African dialect in it too, bro. It's got African dialect in it too, and we kind of just chopped up, and it changes year to year, so it's hard to write down. Like back in the day, if you came to Jamaica, I'm pretty sure nobody said to you this time when you came there, my friend, like, Irie,
Irie, yeah.
They probably said a lot of different new things. You were like, what you just said? So we make our stuff up on the fly, and that's what makes the music so creative too, because the people are creative like that too.
I did also see, it was in one interview that you said someone who was on the list that you haven't yet managed to collab with was Billie Eilish. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would love to collaborate with her. I've listened to a couple of the songs. I hear her brother does the production. I like what she's doing. Love her voice, and I like to think out the box. As you were saying before, it's like Alex. It was like, yo, why just because I do this do you think that that's only me? There's other things that I could definitely, bring a better light to. So in music also. That works for me, and Billie Eilish is one of them. I keep calling her Billie Eilish, but Eilish is the way you pronounce it, right?
It's a case of wagwan,
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's the thing in life, though, isn't it? Like, it's when you drop something that people are not expecting, that's the magic.
Yeah,
like,
true.
if you just keep doing the same, then, like, life is boring, man.
Yeah, I almost said. I get it. It's the same vibe.
What sort of song do you think you'd go for? Would you go for something sort of a bit more slower and thoughtful, or would you go for something you can get up and move to?
Well, for her, it would be different to do something kind of moving. I mean, she does a lot of songs you could jump up to at concerts and stuff, but the winding up thing, probably not. But yeah, I've
Hey,
always,
speak for yourself. I've whined to it most songs, so.
right? But I think I would try to come out of my box and do something more slower like what she does. Yeah.
I watched her documentary. She can move, you know. She might surprise
she
you.
can. She can. She does. But I mean, most of our music, especially my own, is like shake that thing, whine, and go down low, and these type of things. And, yeah. You know what I mean? And I haven't heard her do something like that. So I think we would be good to do music together. Whatever comes out would be good.
In terms of collabing in the world of football, obviously you've played at a national level, Olympic level, played for Arsenal. Well, two questions really. Number one, have you ever managed to play, even just a kickabout, alongside some of your dream players? And also, who's the most famous person you've ever nutmegged?
Wait, hold on. What's a nutmeg? I don't.
Nutmeg is when you kick the ball between someone's legs. Just type in on YouTube, Munya Nutmeg Sideman. There's a whole hour compilation.
We call it salad. In Jamaica, we call it salad.
Yes, salad, yes.
Salad.
Yes. Salad and kick
that.
and them something. Yeah. When you go through the legs. But yeah.
Let me think. A name drop, only because obviously this year and everything what's happened, but I did play on the same team as Maradona.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah. And he was
That's
actually
huge.
like a captain of my team. I do some stuff like playing in Legends games and he was my captain. But I was still fresh, you know, like I still exercised a lot. So I played the ball in front of him, like he should have run onto it.
Yeah.
He's like, Alex. I was like, yeah. Play the ball to my feet because he can't
Play to the
really
hand.
run anymore.
Yeah.
So you don't argue with Diego Maradona. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
okay,
is
sorry.
nuts.
The legend. R.I.P. to him, man. That's crazy. That's amazing. You got to play with him. I got to play tennis because I tried to play tennis. I got to play tennis with Serena once. And she let me beat her, and then I found out she was pregnant. And I was like, damn, she's that good. I was like, wow, I was playing a pregnant lady, and she had to let me beat her too. So, but yeah.
How powerful were the shots?
Oh, she was like hardcore with it, man. Sometime I'll be like, yeah, serve, and she's like, I did, it's behind you.
Now I feel like everybody's got a story. I mean, I went jogging with my mom this morning, if that counts as anything. I just throw that in there.
Your mom's famous, bro. She got you. So yeah.
Yeah. I went jogging with Marlon, so beat that.
Wait, how far did you go jogging with your mum though?
Yeah, it was a long one.
No, we did a solid 35 seconds. Don't disrespect the thing like that.
To the gate and back. All right.
Okay, so we've spoken a bit about kind of what's coming up and all the, you know, some of the incredible people you both managed to meet. And Sean, we mentioned already your extensive contact list. You know, your phone book must be wild. So what we thought we'd do is we'd play a game with you called Sean Call. So what's going to happen is Sideman and I are going to pitch a different scenario to each of you.
Okay.
And you need to tell us which person in your phone book you'd call to address this scenario.
Yes.
So,
Okay, cool.
I'll jump in first. Question number one. Your house has a power cut, okay? And MTV Cribs are coming around in the next 24 hours. You need someone else's house to show them around pretending it's yours. Who would Sean call?
Elephant Man?
Okay, go on. Why? What's the crib like?
Crazy crib. He got a crazy crib. It's 10,000 different colors and it's like 12,000 square foot. Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, big up Ellie. Who you got, Alex?
Who would I call? Do you know what? You know, at footballers' mansions, I'm going to have to call on someone like Jamie Redknapp, I reckon. He's got like the games room, the barbecue bit, the everything going on, like the bachelor pad, even though now, like, he's sorted and settled. But the house, the crib, I think it can definitely be one for MTV Cribs.
I think we're all jealous that you've been there.
I'm like, this, there.
Do all footballers have a what do you call it? One of those tables in their house. You know the football tables.
The foosball.
Foosball.
Foosball. I don't have one in mine.
I feel like that's where you train, no? That's where you train when you're feeling lazy.
That's what people like when they ask me, or if they come to my house, they're like, how come you've not got your medals or your shirts up and everything? Because I'm like, when I come home, I want to switch off from my football or my school life, you know? I don't want to come home and sit there and be like, this is my shrine with everything that's around me.
Look at your own self. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Sean, where do you keep your Grammys? Do you have like a little box, or are they on the shelf?
They're actually on the top of my TV thing. I have 1 Grammy, 1 American Music Award, but all of my plaques is something that I can't have them up because it's the same picture of me, like long time ago. Okay. It's annoying. This dude looking at me from 2003, and I have hundreds of them, by the way. So yeah.
So basically, make sure you have the perfect picture for a plaque, because I've never thought about that.
Yeah, you're just looking back at me with these braids, and I don't got no braids no more. I'm like, who is this dude?
Can't you send them back to Photoshop them?
And get them all in it? Get the shaved head? Yeah, I could Photoshop the shaved head in. I still just don't like looking at myself 20 million times, though, and it ain't the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same.
All right. Question number 2. Okay, you're in a hostage situation, James Bond style. The villain says you must call a celeb, and if they pick up, you're finished. Okay? You have to call a celeb, and you need that person to not answer the phone. Who would Sean call?
Busta Rhymes.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I have to be all pathetic and tell you that Busta Rhymes is like my cousin-in-law.
That's the Jamaican connect right there.
I'm doing that Jamaican thing. I'm doing that Jamaican.
Busta Rhymes is cousin.
In-law.
Okay, Alex, what about you?
I am going Dizzy Rascal.
Okay.
Dizzy Rascal is just mad busy all the time, so I always
Busy
know,
Rascal.
Busy Rascal. There you go. He'd call me back when needed, but not on the spot.
Dizzy's a busy rascal.
Busy Rascal.
Another one for the papers.
Busy Rascal.
Actually, I'd call you Sideman, because I've definitely been sent to voicemail a couple of times.
I don't. No. You've sent me to voicemail way more times than I've sent you to voicemail. No.
Listen, I've got bad connection in the Shard, all right?
I don't ring a man for no reason. That's the thing. If I ring, it's because I feel like it's something I need to say. You know what I mean? I'm cool to WhatsApp, but I get the vibe that Munya really doesn't like phone calls.
I don't. I hate them.
I don't.
No, but he'll miss a call. He'll miss a call from me, and literally 1 minute later he'll message me like, bro, what's up? But then always with some dead excuse. Bro, what's up? I'm hoovering. Bro, what's up? I'm sleeping. Bro, what's up? I was breathing. Like, bro, just if you don't want to chat on the phone, just say so.
Okay, sorry, yeah. I've just been listening to too much Busta Rhymes. It got into me.
I do that to people when I'm in the loop. You know what I mean? When I'm I don't want to answer, then you hear the echo.
Yeah, and then know what room.
And then so I gotta come on and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, Sideman. So don't metabolism shame me.
I'm the same. Drop me a message. Drop me a WhatsApp instead of phoning me all day, every day.
Same with me.
All right, let's go to the next question.
You lose your jewellery at the airport and you have a Vogue cover shoot that day. Who would Sean/Alex call? You need jewellery, you need good garms, someone with great fashion sense.
Boris Becker.
The tennis player. I thought you were going to say Boris Johnson and I was about to hang up, Sean. I'm not going to lie.
Nah, I don't have his number.
Nah, you called Boris for hair advice?
Yes, yeah. You definitely would need hair advice from him.
Why Shaggy, Boris Becker?
Shaggy guy. Yeah, Boris Becker. I went to play tennis sometime. Again, I tried to play tennis. And the promoter that for the show, it was in somewhere in Europe, and he's like, I never knew you played tennis. He's like, I got Boris Becker on my phone. I was like, yeah, right, call him. And then he calls him. And he's like, yo, I love your song, Get Busy. And I'm like, damn. So since then, me and him been friends. I've gone to a US Open because of Sir Boris Becker.
But does he have jewelry?
Yes. Beautiful jewelry, women all over. I'm just kidding.
No, they do say that. They say that tennis players have a great net worth.
Yeah.
Get it, guys?
Yeah.
Net worth.
Okay.
I said his name is Jess though, because I don't know who I would call if I needed jewelry for Vogue magazine. Never
well, you could take one of the trophies anyway.
I could probably wear one of them big trophies on my neck.
How about you, Alex?
Do you know what? I'm going to go with a name. Actually, she was with me on Strictly Come Dancing. Emma Weymouth. You know, she's a viscountess of some Okay. She is going to have the hookup for jewelry. She's got the contacts for Vogue. She's got everything.
Okay. You beat me on that one, Alex.
See.
I was waiting for you guys to say one of these like drill rappers that wear like 4 watches and they're all bedazzled and they all bust down, and that's what I was waiting for. But okay, number 4. You are invited to the Grammys and there's one chair next to you, only one. The staff can't decide between Beyonce, Dua Lipa and Rihanna, so they ask you to choose. Who would Sean call?
Oh, I definitely, for me it would be Dua right now. Yeah.
After that banger that you and Beyonce did.
Yeah, Beyonce's dope and she's bad, but she's married, and Dua still ain't married yet. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I didn't do the science.
I got
Go on, Alex.
No question for me. I am taking Rihanna because I know it's just going to be vibes. It's going to be a good time, and Rihanna's the one.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Well, you've given us a wonderful insight into both of your phone books. I think mine and Sideman's are strictly limited to our mums and grandmothers, so just made us feel a little bit better about ourselves. But yes, that was Who Would Sean Call, and also Alex. So, guys, what we're going to do is we've got a couple of questions left before we release you out into the wild. And one big question I have to ask you, Sean, is both of us are similar in that both of us at one stage in our careers, similarly successful careers, had a mohawk. Do you regret your mohawk, Sean? Because I regret mine, and I'm contacting Google every day to remove images
to remove all the images. When I do look back, especially me getting married in the mohawk, I was like, damn, she really loved me. I was like a parasail. I could have sailed. You know what I mean?
Was there not any hint, Sean? Did she drop hints at all about the hair?
Of course, she every day, and I was like, I ain't changing my hair, bro. I kind of look like this, I think. Yeah, that's how.
Oh God!
All right.
I don't regret it though. I've always wanted one, and I just did it.
Sean, I heard you say once that you would like to play a villain in a film. Okay, specifically you said in a Western film. Okay, but we'll just go with film in general, right? Now, Idris Elba is a fan, of course, because you worked on a song, but also Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Holland, who are both from the Spider-Man film.
True.
Would you rather play a Bond villain or a villain in a Marvel film?
I would rather play the Bond villain because I'm not so good with the tights. Like, I can't wear the tights.
You fooled me, Sean.
Right? The jeans and the thing can't so tight. So, I don't know. Unless it's like one of those with a baggy... Is there any villain with a baggy pants?
Well, hang on. So you turned down the opportunity to be the Patois Thanos just because of tights?
Now come mash up the universe. My son loves Thanos, by the way. I don't know. But
So you'd be a Bond villain?
Yeah, more Bond villain, in a suit, kind of sleek.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I'll be a Bond girl as well.
Hey.
And literally, I put out an Instagram post. I was filming at the Bond Studios, actually, an hour away. And so, like, the sign was there. I was dressed up, ready to go on TV. And I was like, rumour has it, people to this day still are asking me, are you going to be in Bond? And I'm like, come on
really?
now. It was for the gram. No.
Do it. Let's do it together. Let me and you get in the next Bond movie.
Yeah. Don't they film in Jamaica?
They've filmed 2 here or more, I think.
See. It's meant to be. Come on.
You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Do you know this is the finale of our podcast? Like, you guys kind of closed us out. How does it feel?
I made it.
Saving the best till last.
Yeah.
Now, absolutely, for me, this has been one of my favorite ones. This is like a Sean Paul statement now when he said that he prefers the British, the British recording experience. No, but I've actually been waiting on this for weeks. They've been telling us that we might get Sean Paul, and I prayed and everything, and it's happened now. And it's always lovely to talk to Alex because I just think she's just a great person on and off camera. So thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been the BRITs Top Table podcast with Mastercard. I'm Sideman.
I'm Munya, and we will see you shortly, or rather 5,040,000 naughty shortly. Bye-bye.
Hey.